Am I the a-hole for asking my husband to get out of the house because he indirectly accused me of having an affair with my brother-in-law? I, 26F, have been married to my husband, 27M, for a year. I dated him for 5 years and finally got married to him last year. He's always been perfect for me, and I simply cannot understand why he is acting like this all of a sudden and so suspicious about me and my brother-in-law. I didn't even know that my husband was insecure about my relation with my brother-in-law. I got to know about it from my brother-in-law, and I don't like this at all. I also don't want to ruin my perfect marriage over some misunderstanding, but I am really mad at my husband for not trusting me. I always had a great relationship with my brother-in-law. He's 3 years younger than me. Ever since my husband introduced me to his family, I and my brother-in-law got along. I think of him as my younger brother. It's kind of funny that I get along with him more than my own brothers, and we joke about it. My brother-in-law is very frank with me, and so am I. He often jokes and makes me laugh in front of our family, or if we spend time alone, and he always helps me, which is why we are so damn close to each other. Like 7 months ago when I was sick, my husband wasn't present to help me. He was in a different city because of his new job. It was my brother-in-law who helped me and stayed with me for a week. He helped me with chores, cooking, laundry. Even when I asked him to not let me bother him, he just said, "Sis, it's my responsibility to help you and take care of you in my brother's absence." But 3 months ago, my brother-in-law got distant. Usually my brother-in-law used to check up on me and call me every few days, but he got distant. He would come over for dinner and spend time with me when I am alone, but he stopped. I thought maybe he is going through something. I asked him, but he just brushed it off. But he started avoiding me more and stopped visiting me, and I started growing anxious, so I visited him 4 days ago. I wanted to know the reason, after I visited him and pressured him. He told me that his brother asked him to stay away from me, and he doesn't like the fact that we are so close, especially when he's not around, and he finds our close bond disgusting. I hugged him and said that I will talk to my husband and comforted him cause I think he's just as hurt as I am. My husband is accusing his brother and his wife, and it's disgusting. I love both men. The only difference is I love my husband romantically and sexually, and I love my brother-in-law because I think of him as my brother. Anyway, I confronted my husband, and he kept telling me and explaining himself how he wanted to hide it from me, and how he thinks that me being close to my brother-in-law is icky and people will judge us, etc., etc. I said fuck those who think about us like this, and I don't care. I will continue to be close to my brother-in-law, and I am disappointed that you have so little trust in me and your own brother. He said he's sorry. I told him to get out and do not return until I tell you. My husband left, but he constantly calls me and texts me. I reply to him and ask him how he's doing, etc., but I didn't tell him to come back even though he has asked me a lot. I am still angry at him for how he's thinking. So, AITA for kicking my husband out? I don't like that I kicked my husband out, but I am angry and hate the way he's thinking. Relevant comments. Commenter. Your brother-in-law isn't acting like a brother, he's acting like a boyfriend. He comforts you when your husband is away. He helps you out when you're alone, and that's why you're so damn close. Took care of you for a week and stayed at your house while doing so. Says he has to act this way due to your husband being absent. And you're acting like a girlfriend. You provided physical comfort to this man right after he told you your husband wasn't okay with it. White EA. OOP. Fuck no, my brother-in-law isn't acting like a boyfriend, and I am not acting like his girlfriend. I am married, and my brother-in-law looks out for me when my husband isn't present to help me. And why is it so bad for me to share a roof with my brother-in-law? I am instead very happy that my husband's family is so accepting and helpful to me. I was sick, so he stayed with me. I am sure if my husband's parents know about this, they will back us up instead of thinking about this disgusting shit. Also, no, I didn't provide physical comfort to my brother-in-law. I gave him a hug, which I've been doing for years. I am not ashamed of hugging him, alone or in front of everyone, because I think of him as my brother. Texas_sucks15. I would say your reaction was a little extreme. Obviously, this is an insecurity with your husband, but you're treating it like he is the one that cheated by having those valid thoughts. He finally became honest with you, and you responded by kicking him out. It will hinder your communication going forward. OOP. Yes, I agree my reaction was extreme cause I am extremely fucking disappointed that my husband doesn't trust me. He basically accused me of having an affair, which is not good at all in marriage. I am extremely angry at him. He became honest to me? Why didn't he just communicate with me about his insecurities? He told me after I confronted him, if I didn't talk to my brother-in-law, I would have never known that my husband doesn't trust me. Do I not have the right to be angry at my husband after I found out my husband doesn't trust me and accuses me of sleeping with my brother-in-law? Update. I posted 2 days ago and realized that I truly fucked up by kicking him out and dismissing his concern with my brother-in-law. And for those who are asking me if I am in my brother-in-law's sheets or I got the hots for him, I don't, and it's disgusting. I truly think of him as my younger brother and always thought of him as one. I would never cheat on my husband, and I kicked him out of his house because I was pissed at him for accusing me of having an affair with his own brother. My husband indirectly accused me of having an affair, and there's no way he can justify it. If my brother-in-law, his brother, ever hinted or asked me that he wants to be with me, I would literally slap him and tell everyone in our family, especially my husband, and avoid him. But after all these years, I know that my brother-in-law thinks of me as his sister, and I adore him. He stayed with me and visits me cause he is concerned about me, so stop with disgusting DMs and replies. Anyway, I asked my husband to come back and told him it's better for us to talk it out than just stay apart and become paranoid. My husband came back and told me that he doesn't like how close I am with my brother-in-law. He said that his friends keep telling him that he and his brother are sharing a woman and tease him. I asked him, what does he want? I asked, does he want me to stay away from his brother? He said he does. I said, then I will do it. I will not talk to his brother as much and forget about treating him as my brother. I called my brother-in-law and told him that we should stay away from each other and should only interact when our family members are present and keep it minimal. He said he is okay with it, and he has been thinking about it, and he thinks it's not worth so much drama and will keep his distance from me. My brother-in-law asked me to pass the phone to my husband, and my brother-in-law apologized to my husband and said he would stay away from me and won't be as close to me as he was before. They talked and agreed, and now my brother-in-law is going to avoid me, which is better than my husband being mad at me and avoiding me. But I told my husband that he better not think about that I would secretly meet his brother. We both were transparent and never hid anything from you. If I am losing my friend and my brother just because he's your brother and known him for years, then I will stay away from all men, but don't you dare suspect me of cheating ever again. I said that he's not allowed to stay close to other women either, his friends or cousins or my cousins, because it goes both ways. I stay away from his brother and cousins, and he does the same. He agreed, and he's back. But it doesn't feel the same way to me. I feel like he accused me of sleeping with someone else, and that too with his own damn brother. I know my brother or brother-in-law, I guess, wouldn't betray his brother, and even I am to stay away from him, my husband would think that I am cheating when he's not around, and I don't feel comfortable about this. I love my husband because he's mine sexually/physically, but I also love my brother-in-law emotionally cause I think of and treat him as my brother. I have no idea if I could have handled my situation any better cause I am also currently angry about all this. Relevant comments. Illustrious_bus 9486. Your demands just heightened his suspicions that you will go behind his back. OOP. No, if he's still suspicious of me, then we do not trust each other, and we should divorce. If I were to go behind my husband's back and sleep with his brother, why would we even tell him the truth? We can continue our affair while my husband is away. Hell, I can even have affairs with other men when he's not around and nobody would know about it, at least not now, but me and my brother informed and kept updating my husband whenever he was around and when he stayed with me. I think it's perfectly reasonable that to fix my marriage I should stay away from other men and not be as close as I am to Bill, and he does the same. I think it should go both ways, and we should stop suspecting each other of all this disgusting shit.